Hello everyone, it's Jeff from midatlanticcraps. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, today I'm going to show you how I protected my DP when things go bad. When I was in Vegas last week with the Blue Wrench crew, with Big AZ and the crew, I had a really rough couple of days and I was just getting burned on any side I played. The light side, the dark side, and then I switched over to the hybrid side, stumbled across something I used to do about a year ago, and it started paying off, started stabilizing my bankroll, and was able to hang in there without having to reach into my pocket to rebuy all the time, because when I'm outside of my area and I'm in Vegas, ways away from my hometown, I just don't pack up my win-loss and go home. I continue to try to play a little bit, and I got in deep. I'll talk to you about that as we get playing here. Let's go ahead and head on over to the table, and let's see what's taking place here. So this is protecting the DP when things go bad. And what I mean by that is a lot of people accuse me of being a light-sided hedger with my don't-sided hybrid play. In this case, I'm going to protect the DP while we build on the light side to build up the wins, and I hope we get hit on a couple points, and I hope we get hit on a couple come out 7s and 11s, just to show you that you can recover or you can stabilize the losses. Because guys, by day 3 I was out $1,550 down, and that video for my last trip report is in the description below if you want to go check that out. So at this point I'm gonna bring it up to where I was. We were playing at $5 tables for the most part, some 10, and then at my hotel I was at a $15 table, and I'm going to pick it up from where I would have left off of getting crushed on that $15 table. So this is a $15 table. I had got to the point where I was coming out with 50 on the DP. Some people say just come out with 15 and put bigger odds. So I'd like to do, some people say a quarter, some people say let's do 50. And on the odds over here, the maximum you can take is 90. So the maximum odds you can take on this bet is 90. Over here, the maximum odds you can take is 150. So you're putting more at risk. Down here, the maximum odds you can take is 300. But why would you want to risk 350 on a cold table? Plus, you're getting sniped off your numbers, and or getting hit with your come out 7s or 11s on your flat bets. So I kind of do the medium size, and we could go 100 here if you wanted to. I never did. I always went to the top level, would be at the $50 level. And the odds, I never took full odds. I did take a lot of 4-time odds, but you'll see as we play, and I picked the odds back down. So it's 50 on the DP, no protection, and we're up against the dice people, the dice gods, the dice, whatever you believe in, to treat us well. And here we go. Let's get the roll tracker engaged, and we're going to play this thing out. I'm going to do just a few shooters. Should be a short video to show you that either we won't lose money or we'll maintain our bankroll or win some. On this $1,000 buy-in, I would be looking for 20%, $200 win. I'll take 10%, because if we get crushed on snipes, any win is a good win. Dice are out. And there's a 6-2-8. Perfect. A lot of people are scared of the 8 on the DP. I used to be. I wouldn't specifically worried about it. Let's think about what we're going to play up here. What do we want to risk? We've got 50. Now we could come out with 48 on the 5, 6, and 9, but that doesn't give us a lot of hits to protect this DP. Let's pull the power out, guys. We're going to go 60 on the 8. That'll win us 75. We're going to do 30 or 35 on the 5 and the 8. That wins us either 42 or 50 for 1, and we're going to get this covered pretty damn quick. So now the only thing that you're not covering is you're not covering the 2, 3, 4 and the 10, 11, and the 12. So you could, typically I was coming out with a table minimum field bet. If it won, I fed the 4 and 10. You can place that up right off the bat here, guys. It's needless here nor say. So let's take a look at what we have here. 60. 110, 120, we have 130, we have 50 here. In order for us to get that protected, we could do 90 would get us there, 90 in odds. We could go 120, so I'm going to go 120 and pull it. What I mean by that is I'm going to go 2 rolls. If we don't get a hit, I'll pull it down. If we get paid on the 5, 6, or 9, I'll pull it down. Protecting the DP, winning the odds, balancing the act, and then come out on the long roll. You're no longer worried about this, and you're ready to go out there, because I will place the DP at some point when I'm either at single odds or no odds. All right, let's get that 6-2. Let's bring this over here. Get that 6-2-8 set in as a point. There we go. Dice are out. And we get hit right off the bat. There's a hard 8. There's nothing wrong with that, other than the fact that we're going to lose how much money? A lot of money, 170. It's okay. You'll see it. Come back for 50. Coming out, worried about those 8 ways. Dice are out. And there's a 9, 639. Shift this around. We will need 60 over here. 60 over here. Let's bring this 639 up here. Hard 8, 639 is entered. So now what we have out there is we have 120 and 35. So we have 155 out there, but we only have 50 here. If we come over here with 210 in odds, that'll win us 140, and 50 is 190. I like that, and we'll pull these down every time. We'll go from 210 down to 180, down to 150, and so forth. Let's see what happens here, guys. Let's see if we can avoid the snipe. Avoid the snipe. Dice are out. There's a 6, 4, 10. We're not on it. Had I had the money in the field, we could field the 4 and 10. Dice are out. There's a 6, 2, 8. Perfect. It's going to pay us 75 for 5. I have some 5s in my rack here. 75 for $5. That's one hit. We pull this down to, we're on the 9. We could actually come down because of the 75 win. We could come down to 150 odds, which would pay us 100. I think I had the wrong calculation on the number there a minute ago. 6, 2, 8. It's entered. Let's go. Dice are out. And there's a 3, 2, 5. Perfect. That's going to pay us 50 for 1. 50 for $1. Rack that up. We don't need this many odds. Let's bring this down to 90. 90 wins the 60. And after this roll, as long as we don't get hit off on the point, we're going to do a couple different things. Actually, at this particular moment, guys, at this particular moment, we have 60 and 50 is 110. I have too much money out here. I need to reduce those 6 and 8s down. I am going to put 30 of it in play on the 4 and the 10 because we've won. As you can see, we won 140. We're okay now. Let's go ahead and rack this back up. The odds are still okay. Let's see what happens here. Dice are out. And there's a 5, 3, 8. Perfect. 5, 3, 8 is going to pay us 35. 35 is a collector. 35 is a collector. Now, how many rolls was that? We can bring this down to 60. Rack this up. How many rolls have we been in? 5, 3, 8 is up. Okay, that's the 7th roll. Right now, we should be in protecting mode of this bet right here. I'm still a little high here. I could reduce this down, but since we took the loss in the previous one, let's go a couple more rolls. Dice are out. And there's a hard 6. That's going to pay us 35. 35. Okay, we can come down to 30 to win us 20. And on the next roll, we'll probably leave this here, but we'll place that to help us. There's a hard 6. Dice are off the table. Dice are out. And there's a 6, 2, 8. Perfect. 6, 2, 8 is going to pay us 35. This time I'm going to pay us in red because we're going to do a little bit of pressuring here. So we're going to go pressure, 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 pressure. So that's 10, 20, 30. There's the 35. So we're taking, this should be, was that already at 35, pay 150 for 1? I want all this to pay 50 for 1. I think I had the 5 up there marked wrong, but we paid it right. So we're paying 35, 42, and 42. Now, this 30 comes off the odds, goes up there and protects our DP. We've made enough money on this shooter. We have not recouped the money we lost on the previous being hit on the point. Is a 6, 2, 8 entered? It is. Let's see what happens here, guys. Dice are out. There's a 6, 4, 10. That's going to pay me $27. I'm going to go ahead and just take 30 for 3. 30 for $3. Dice are out. And there's an AC doocy, no good. Can't reach back there for that one. All right, dice are out. And there's a 4, 1, 5. It's going to pay 50 for 1. Now, as the closer we get to not worrying about this point here, We don't want to lose 50, but you can do whatever you would like to do. You could remove this if you want. I think it's kind of crazy to remove it. We're protected up there, but when the red comes, then we're losing that and winning this. It's a give or take here, guys. We're not quite back at where we were with the previous loss on being sniped off. I think we got sniped off on the 8. We got sniped off on something, right? 0.89. Yes, so the point is still 9. Yeah, we got sniped off on that 8, right back to back. That was not good. Okay, here we go. Dice are out, and there's the dreaded 4-3-7 out. That's okay. I mean, I want to say it's okay. It's not like it's like, hey, all right, great. No, but when you're getting battered around on the table and you're losing money and you can't stop it and you want to continue to play and you want to preserve your bankroll so you can continue to play without reaching into your pocket, this is what I found out I had to do. So we're going to get paid 50 on the odds. We're taking that off the table, and real quick we're going to count up our money just to see where we are, how close we are to our starting bankroll, because if you remember, we lost, 170 on that hitting the point of 8. I can tell you right now we are above 500 in reds, but I did put one of the blacks in play. So real quick, let's take a look where we stand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're down just a little bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. We're right back to our bankroll. I mean, that's pretty close. If you're worried about losing, $10 or $25 at the craps table between hands, you don't need to be playing. Take the advice of the description below for Gamblers Anonymous and get some help. And don't be playing with a rent. That's a no-no. Okay, $50 again on the, because I'm not just going to use the same dice. I don't really think it matters. 7's entered in. Here we go. 8 ways to hurt us is what kills us. Dice are out. And there's a 4-1-5. Point's going to be a 5. We have 50. So how do we want to play this? If we come 48 or 51 inside, that's even money. Takes too long to get it covered. Let's go ahead, guys, and let's put some money out here. So there's 60 and 60 is 120. And 30 is 150. We have 100 here. Let's go ahead and do 150 for 100. And that's even up. If you want to, let's go ahead. We could put the 4 and 10 in play for $15, but let's go ahead and see if we can hit a field number. And sometimes I did this, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. We got the point of 5 established. That's the only thing we're worried about right now, is that getting sniped off on the 4 ways from the 5 to hurt us. Dice are out. And we have a 5-4-9. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It rolled behind it, but that's a 5 back here. To bring that in. 5-4-9. That's going to pay us $42 because we only have 30 on it. So now, if you think about this, oh, well, get double pay. Ooh, double pay, double pay. Here's what I'm gonna do with that right there. I'm gonna pay the field first, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put the 4 and 10 in play. That's how I do. That's how I was doing that. Here's 42 on the 9. What we're going to do is we're going to reduce these odds right off the bat. Not going to do anything else. Going to leave everything else out there. Going to bring this down to 120. Okay, let's rack this up. Let's see, we got paid 42, so I'm just going to put 50 on this side. The rest of this will come over here. All right, 5-4-9. Marked it up. Dice are out. And there's a 3-2-5. We did get hit again, guys. That's okay. I'm okay with that because this is going to show you can stabilize your bankroll. So once again, we came down. Unfortunately, we got hit. With what's going on with our bankroll here, we were just about 100. We won 50, so we're about probably $100 down. We're going to come out and do it again. Keep this rolling. Dice are out. And there's a 6-3-9. Just going to reverse everything, guys. Just going to reverse everything. We're going to stay at that level because that's where we were on this shooter. He picked us off. Typically, I tell you, I only let a shooter burn me twice. In this case, we want to get some of that money back. What's the chances of buckshot 9s? It happens. So we put 150 to win 100. That's 150. Right now we have out there 120, 150, 180. I'm okay with that. Even with the loss, I'm okay with that. Dice are out. And there's aces. No good. Make sure I put the 9 in there. Did I skip something here? Because I show it as a point of 9. What did I do wrong? Damn, I hate when this happens. 999. Why is it not showing the point of 9? 5. Did I enter the wrong number? 59599. That's going to be a point of aces. What did I do wrong here? 595. I don't think we have back-to-back nines. I must have entered that twice. So I entered that twice, guys. We're gonna play it as if I entered it twice. I'm gonna put the aces in there. Sorry about that. Maybe I did enter it in twice. I don't know without going back and looking at the video when it's over with, because that would be a sniped off point, and maybe I did it wrong. We'll see. So aces that doesn't help us. Dice are out, and there's a yo that doesn't help us. There's 2 horn numbers. Dice are out, and there's a 516, which is perfect. That's going to pay us 75 for 5. I don't have it, so I'll pay ourselves $70. 70. Now remember, we've got sniped off there. Are we going to reduce these odds? No, because we want to get one more pay at that at any level here before we start reducing the odds, because we've been sniped. Dice are out. Did I enter that 415? I did. Or 516. There's a hard 10. Hard 10. Make sure the roll tracker. See, I'm hitting this enter button and it's not going. There it goes. Hard 10. Thank you. That's going to be 27. I'll just go ahead and pay myself in reds and whites. That's our second hit, right? Second hit, 27. We'll rack this up over here, and we'll go ahead and pull these odds down to 120. In order to make up that $20 on my win, I'm just going to rotate this quarter over. We'll put this back on the investment side. All right, here we go. Dice are out, and there's another yo. All right, we need to get, how many rolls has that been? We need one more hit. We'd like to see a hit on the 6 and the 8, and staying out there using that OMT one more time. That sometimes comes back to bite you in the butt. Dice are out, and there's, wow, look at these horns. Random at that. Dice are out. And there's a 325, finally. Still not enough for where I would like to be. We're going to take the 35 and regroup where we are. 35, mark that up here in the plus side. Reduce these down, the odds down to 75. Pull the 6 and the 8 from its 60 level down to the single green unit level. Take $60 out of exposure. And continue on. Dice are out. And there's a 617. Okay, we're going to regroup here or recount here and see what happens, or see where we are after taking that big hit. It's a 7. We get 50 on the odds. We have 90 out there, which means that we're going to get 60 back off the odds. And let's count up and see where we are. Let's just put all the red over here. We'll worry about them if we have to actually see how close to the 1,000 we are. I can tell as soon as I rack up these greens, because we lost our 2 blacks out of our rack. Let's see where we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're going to be short. 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. We are up $10 after all that tumultuous, terrible being hit and sniped. And that's what was happening, guys. Wasn't getting anywhere with any of these. You know, some of you guys that play big light-sided play, you know, more power to you. I'm glad you did. I was getting hit everywhere, and I had to come back to what I call protecting the DP. And I actually didn't do it on that roll. I would have lost another $30 in winnings, but that's just what happens. Let's go ahead and do one more shooter. We're coming up on the 20-minute mark. Let's go. 50 on the DP. Let's see if we can get a win. Dice are out. And there's a 6, 4, 10. Green light special. We're not going to take fully advantage of it. We are going to take 125, 175. We're going to take 250 in odds. That's the first thing I decide what I'm going to do. So that's going to give me 125. It's going to give me 175 to play with. There's 120. There's 170. And just for the extra kick, I'm going to add the extra 10 in there on the 5 and the 9, and we're going to see what takes place here. 6, 4, 10 entered in. Dice are out. And we have a 6, 2 in the back here. There's a 2 and a 6. That's going to pay us 75 for 5. 75 for 5. Odds come down to 200. Dice are out. And there's a 5, 1, 6. 75 for 5. There's our 140. Odds come down to 180. $516. Seems maybe got paid on 2 6s. I forgot the 426, I guess. There we go. Dice are out. And there's an 8. Perfect. We're done with where we need to be. That's going to pay us 75 for 5. 75 for 5. These odds come down to, we're on the 10. 50 and 50 is 100. I'm okay with that. 50 and 50, so we brought this all the way down to 100. That just means that we need to be 110 inside, and at this particular moment, we can go ahead and catch the 4, a little bit over exposure, but you can see our investment is back in play. Let's see what happens with this roll. Dice are out. There's a hard 10. Wow. That is just incredible. We're getting sniped off, and I didn't want this video to go this long, but let's take a look at where we are. So we're going to lose the 150. Let's bring all this in because this would be into play. Let's take a look at where we are. I said at the beginning of the video, there's the 150 coming off that we had on the don't pass. And let's see where we stand with our bankroll. You can see that I said at the beginning of the video, as I was going to say, that this will stabilize your bankroll and protect it instead of losing all the money against those 7s out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are up, but not where we wanted to be. 150, 60, 65, $1,070. So we didn't quite make the 10% mark, but we also went back and we didn't lose the money that we should have done. And what I mean by that is, let me go ahead and put this screen up here. You can see that on the numbers of rolls that we had, did I put that in? That was a hard 10. Oh, the hand is still going, correct? But we're going to stop right there because of the time. I know people don't like to do this, but if you take a look here, I'm looking at the screen, guys, so I have to make sure that we're right on what I'm saying here. From a standpoint of the numbers, you see the 7s were down, but we got sniped off on several points, and we still maintained our bankroll. I'm not quite sure why that's not showing the bottom of that graph there. I probably need to adjust one of those screens. It's probably this one right here. Let's go up a time or two. There we go. That'll get you. So you can see that we had no 4s, we had no 12s. The horns were really performing right where they should have been in the 30 rolls that we threw, but the 8s, 5s, and 9s and 10s really overperformed. But we got picked off, and you can see that by the numbers that were there that roll more than average. You're going to get picked off. And if I go back and take a look at the roll tracker, we got picked off right off the bat. We set a point of 8, got picked off on a point of 8. We set a 9 and had a really decent roll before we 7'd out, made some money on that. We set a point of 5. We hit a payment on the 9, but we then got picked off on the 5, and then we hit a point, set a point of 9, and we went to a 7 out. That was the second 7 out, and then we established the point of 10 and ended with the point of 10. And what I'll do real quick, just for my friends that want to see this hand rolled out the rest of the way because they want to play it, the 10 got smashed off. We're still in a hand, guys. I'm going to just roll this out just till we get a point and establish the 7. You guys, if you're done watching the video, you can. Some of you play along at home. I don't like to stop in the middle of a hand, so here we go. Dice are out. So there is a 3-2-5. 3-2-5. Let me come back over here and make sure I got that roll tracker still going. Sorry, guys. 3-2-5. All right, we're gonna roll this out just one after the other. There's a 549. And there's the 617. So the hand is over with. I can't reach that. It's a 617. Let me pull that in so you guys can see that. 617. So that does end the video, guys, but as you can see, from a standpoint of bleeding, I was able to maintain my bankroll and not lose all of the bankroll, and that's the reason why I had to switch my play. I was in deep, and eventually the hybrid started building me a little bit of money, I was able to get out on a longer roll on the hybrid, didn't care about the DP anymore. It turned into a big win, went from grinding to winning, and that's what I did. Protecting the DP when things go bad. Guys, this is Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps. Till next time, as always, please be safe and play smart.